So what we do is to take the brightest young scientists that we can find, apply a turbo boost to their careers, give them the resources in terms of money, supplies, mentorship to start their own independent research, and perhaps most importantly, create an environment where they can interact strongly with each other. It's like we put them in a small box with all of the goodies and just shake hard and see what comes out.
Poison frogs are special because they show tremendous diversity. So one species can have 30 different colors. They can be purple or yellow or pink or spotted or not. In the lab, they're non-toxic, but in the field, they can range from being very deadly to only mildly toxic, where maybe your hand would fall asleep if you touched them. Also, the chemicals on their skin represent a biomedical treasure trove where some of the drugs are being developed as potential painkillers or drugs for the heart.
We're interested in the microbes that reside in and on our body, in particular the microbes that are in our gut, and the way in which they affect nutrition as well as the metabolism of the drugs that we take. And so in many ways what we're doing will answer very fundamental questions in microbiology. In addition to that, I think there's a practical component of what we're doing, and that has to do with the way in which medicines are prescribed, how we tailor a given drug to a given patient, and how we better understand what allows drugs to ultimately be successful or fail.
We're a little bit like venture capitalists. We look for really, really promising opportunities and then we back them hard. And the appetite for funding people who have a brilliant idea but have done absolutely nothing to test that idea is quite small. And since it's small other places, it's large with us.
The time here is really special. I think that it's protected in a way that's really unprecedented anywhere else.
So I think the other really special thing about this program is that it gives young scientists the opportunity to be very creative with the research that they're doing.
That allows us to really choose the direction that we go in, based on what the most interesting science is and not just, what type of science is most easily funded.
Almost every fellow has left different from how they came, that in some way their 5 years here changed how they do science.
The Fellows Program was a spectacular opportunity to pick up very essential skills which have really changed the direction of my career.
Being at Harvard is incredibly inspiring because you are surrounded by extraordinary people who push you to do extraordinary things.
I think our program is unique in a couple of ways. One is this emphasis that we place on taking risks, and the other is the level of effort that we put into mentorship. What I really like doing is helping people but not telling them what to do.
There's so many things that you're learning for the first time that it's really nice to have a group of people who are going through the same thing as you are.
The fellows form this vigorous and tightly knit community. We have a lab meeting every Wednesday morning. People on average speak for less than 2 minutes before they get interrupted by questions.
All of the fellows will get together, discuss what challenges we're facing. So these are more of the not overarching names, but the daily types of struggles that we face.
And so what we do is we try and have the fellows teach in the maximally rewarding environment, and in particular to have them help undergraduates do scientific research themselves. We are great believers in learning through doing.
My name's Stephanie. I am a junior at Harvard College and I work in Lauren O'Connell's lab studying poison dart frogs. I'm doing my own individual research that Lauren and I have worked together to develop. Right now I am working on a toxicity project studying how the frogs get their toxins from their digestive system to their skin glands. in a lot of my classes, they're a larger setting, so even in labs where I'm learning techniques, I don't have the same one-to-one guidance that I get from Lauren. And it's great, especially I think, to have a PI who's a woman, because as a woman in science, it's just great to have another female role model.
I think there are two lessons. Small is beautiful and interactions are everything, so that the tendency in modern science is for labs to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think what the Fellows programs show us is that if you give very bright people the resources to run small groups where they have to still do experiments themselves, we make a more vibrant, a more exciting, a more intellectually flexible community, and one that's much more likely to make really novel discoveries.